In 2018, 1 out of 9 teenage girls in Indonesia were tied to a marriage knot based on a research conducted by BPS, UNICEF, and also Puskapa. In 2020, UNICEF declared Indonesia as the second highest country with the early marriage practice in Asia after Cambodia. Indonesia in itself, if you want to get married, you have to reach the minimum age of 19. I'm LUTHFIYAH ZAHRA. I'm going to propose a program to help this problem. But what is really happening here, right? So, early marriage is one of the issues that are raised in UN Sustainable Development Goals, especially number 5 about gender equality. Early marriage is usually aligned with some problems such as poverty, domestic violence, dropping out of schools, health, both physically and also mentally. In women in particular, they are more vulnerable because they are the one who give birth, they are the one who need to take care of their children, and as the norm in Indonesia, they are the one who stays at home. They to be less prepared in facing the marriage life in itself. These women tend to have lower psychological well-being compared to the women who get married during their adulthood stage, based on a research conducted by Rosalinda et al. In 2013. Psychological well-being means that you tend to be more depressed, sadder, and also you cannot even accept the reality that you're facing right now. And you know what is the saddest part? 97% of 34,000 marriage dispensations were granted by Indonesia's religious courts in the first semester of 2020, and 60% of them are teenagers below 19 years old. It means that if we calculate it well, around 19,000 teenagers were getting married during those days. But what have the government done, knowing all of the problems here? They have done so many programs and also campaigns to only prevent early marriage. They have so many programs also to address the poverty, as it is one of the main reasons of early marriage practices. But there is no program in particular for teenage girls who are already married to increase their psychological well-being. Therefore, to fill this gap, I'm going to propose an empowerment program called MERAKIT ANGAN to help these teenage girls to increase their psychological well-being. Therefore, they're gonna be a better person in the future. In general, this program will have 3 stages. The first one is the initials, secondly, implementations, and lastly, evaluations. During initial stage, there will be a data collections by religious courts, as it is the one who give the marriage dispensations, and there will be socializations towards the teenagers, families, and also publics during this stage. In the implementation stage, there will be a pre-measurement of participants' psychological well-being with the psychological well-being scale from RIF before the implementation takes place. During the implementations or the running of the program, they will be filling out worksheets based on the 6 dimensions of psychological well-being by RIF, and also they have a peer group discussion so that they can share their problems to one another, and also they're gonna have some training classes such as art, computer, language, etc. And this will take about 12 sessions with 2 hours in each sessions. And the last stage, there will be a post-measurement to know the impact of MERAKIT ANGAN, and also a feedback collections to evaluate the programs in the future. This program can run well if only other stakeholders such as the Ministry of Women Empowerment and Child Protections, religious courts, publics, discourses, psychological institutions, and any other institutions involved can cooperate well. So, what's stopping you for helping these children to reach their dream in the future?